Hi everyone, how are you doing? Well, this isn't my regular scheduled video that I had planned. I was working on a video. I was looking through a few of my Insta rip-off orders to write down what they cost, like today. Today could mean in the last week or so, but you know what I mean, in this time period. And what they cost prior to, the world going sideways. And then I was going to do another video, not the same time, but on looking back, and I don't know how far back the Insta rip-off goes, but to look at, because I pretty much buy the same items, to look back and see what I'm paying now and what I paid when this thing first started. So I've been working on that, but anyhow, it takes more time to, do all that. So anyhow, I did a video, which I went outside to try to breathe some fresh air because it seemed it was 60 degrees and there wasn't that much sun, so I thought it would be safe to go out. But of course, just by going out in front and just kind of looking at my front that I haven't got to cleaning up before the winter comes, because I can't do anything without burning up. Well, you will see that video probably. I'll just add it, I think, to Saturday's video. If you don't see it, it will have I don't know, it's complicated. Anyhow, so as I was out there, at first it was nice. I opened the door, it was like, wow, it's nice. Polly and I probably could have sat out there, because what I was doing, I was just walking in front looking at all the work ahead of me, which, if it's still going to have the sun that doesn't go away, I don't think I'm going to get to it, and it's not the end of the world. But I noticed, well, you'll see in the video, I'm not going to tell you. But anyhow, I walked a little in front, and that was way too much for me. I felt like passing out. I got sick to my stomach, the usual thing that happens to me. Came in totally ruined for the rest of the night. So I'm going to probably put that later in the day when I put this. So I was watching some videos, and yes, I get sucked into those prepper videos. And so on one of them, which is a regular one I usually watch, which a lot of people call this person a fear mongrel. I don't really know. I don't know really. I have no opinion. But pretty much when you look back what this person has said, things are happening as they said it. So anyhow, on, I don't know, today, yesterday's video, I don't know, whatever, they were showing that on their, I guess their city buses, the buses you go if you don't have a car, or if you want to save money on gas. But I don't even know if that's the savings. Who knows what buses cost nowadays. But anyhow, the prepper showed on the side of the bus, it said, do you know what to do in a, what's the word they used? I don't even know if I can use that on here. In a blank emergency, let's just say that. So it said, you get inside, and stay tuned. So they're 3-word instructions, just like when you go to school. What do you learn about if there's a fire? Or if you catch on fire, stop, drop, and roll. 3 things. So I guess that's all they think the human mind can absorb. So then the prepper was saying that, isn't it funny how I've been called all kinds of names and accused of fearing people, and yet here it is, right out on the city buses and on the subways. I think they have like benches on the subway, or maybe even on the subway, I don't remember. So in other words, why would they put this out here when they've been saying that, nothing to worry about? Sort of like back when this all started in the masking thing. That, I'll just put this in this video, hopefully it won't get too long. How they said, oh no, you don't need masks because they need it for the workers, and I had talked about this before. Well, if they let us normal people who were walking around in life have the mask, they wouldn't have so many patients to deal with. But that person's retiring and going on in life and never look back at the lies we were told. But anyhow, back to this. So the prepper kept going on and talking more and more, and how in other countries they prepare their people and they're evacuating people, and they have I'll call it unkers in case I can't say the word. So for me, this really touches me and scares me, because I had shared before that my family had to escape from the same people that are now making the problems. And then the prepper also said how, the sleepy guy in the big White House we have here is sending even more, I can't even remember the figure, between money and I don't know if you're going to use the word weapons or whatever they're called, the things when you, whatever's happened. I don't know what you can say on here, so I hope you're following me. But that it insults me, because the sleepy person in the big White House, or the big house, let's call it, well, the big house usually refers to something different, but we'll call it the big house, freely is sending things that for us to replace will cost a lot more because of inflation, and is sending money and everything and food and whatever they need, while us Americans are struggling to be able to buy food. So is that right? So do we even feel part of this country? Does this sleepy person even understand that he's in charge of this country, number one? No. Because this person has senility. There's no doubt in my mind. Like I said, in nursing school, one of my first, they say they're called rotations. No, they're not rotations. Clinicals was in a nursing home. So what I saw in there and what I see here, that's not right. So we keep sending over this stuff to the other country that's, in blank time. I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm just going to use code words because I don't know what we can use here. Which I understand, because, if you help them, which they're not going to win. I don't know. There's got to be someone there helping the sleepy guy. And are they all that dumb that they don't understand that it's not going to work? And we're sending things away that we may need, and if we need to replace them, they're going to cost more. And the normal run-of-the-mill American is having a hard time with groceries. I'm telling you, I'm really getting scared, because, like I said, when I do the Insta rip-off thing, I am taking more and more stuff off. There's this juice that I got once for Polly, and he really enjoys it. It's sadly, it only comes in organic, but sometimes it doesn't matter. Organic and the regular cost 5 cents difference. These juice boxes, it doesn't come in a bottle, of course. Watermelon strawberry, it's a store brand. And it's reasonable considering, other things, I guess. I don't know. But anyhow, I was putting in, I put in my cart, like on Amazon, you have a cart. So I just putting it to be there for next time I put an order in, because I have to wait till I'm able to, have enough money. Why is this sleepy person not sending out more money to us, the American people who need it, so we don't have to keep taking things out? Why can't my child have some juice to drink instead of drinking water and milk? That's not fair. It's wrong. I'm totally against it. It just sickens me. So back to the prepper person. After I watched the prepper person who told us what's all over, and the prepper person said, they're not going to tell us everything, because then everyone's going to panic, which of course that would happen. That is true. So then I watched this other channel with a very, very overly happy person. Nobody can be that happy. This person must be taking some kind of medication. Nobody is that happy, especially nowadays. If they are, kudos to them. But they were talking about what you should have stockpiled. I don't know if that was the word they used, but anyhow. So I'm just got done listening to you and have to, in case of this blank emergency, you have to get in, stay in, and stay tuned. And by the way, what are we going to stay tuned to? If this thing happens, and if you're lucky enough to be one of the survivors, nothing's going to be working to listen to. Okay, so get the picture. We're getting in and staying in, which you would be in your basement. That's the safest place to be, unless you're rich enough to have a unker. But there's another letter in front of it. So anyhow, so this very overly happy woman says about what you need in your storage there. Prepper pantry, I think was the word. One of the things was, I think it was called a safe straw. And these things are, and there's another thing, some kind of tablets. So this is if you're by a nasty looking stream, you can, I don't really know how the tablets work, but safe straw, you can put that safe straw into this nasty, murky, bacteria-filled water and drink it. I don't know, I've never looked into it, but just off the cuff, I wouldn't do that. Because I remember going to camp, and I hated it. That water, we had to wash ourselves in that nasty water. I don't know why. Were they teaching us to rough it? But anyhow, I don't believe that. I think that's just a bunch of crap. But I mean, like I say, I don't really know, and I'm just saying that off the cuff. And maybe you have it and you know more about it. You could tell me about it. But how will we be doing this if we're supposed to be staying in? And do you think a transistor radio would work? Because they're saying nothing's going to work if, this goes off and you're one of the lucky ones to survive. Because, I don't know if I should say if or when this happens, if you get this blank sickness, you are very sick because it attacks your thyroid. And the prepper person is also saying the government is buying up all the medication, because when this happens, they usually hand out, like some countries have already handed out to their people, this medication you're supposed to take to help you don't get this blank sickness, which is it affects your thyroid and you're puking your brains out. And that is something that I do not like to do at any cost. I will mentally talk it down to the other end to come out rather than puking. I do not like to puke at all. I don't know how many people do, but I just literally cannot stand it. So, I'm wondering if where you are, because it seems like a lot of you, you get to go to the grocery store and get around and, live life the best you can. Have you seen any of these billboards, I think they're called? Well, not billboards, they're on the side of buses. Or, anywhere. Have you seen this? I couldn't tell you because I don't get around, as y'all know. But also on this prepper channel, I don't know, within the last 2 weeks, let's say, they were saying, just to get prepared, they're very preppery, meaning they know a lot about it. And like I say, and they phrase it more like, in case of a hurricane or a job loss, or they're not going to say what really they want to say, because you can't say what you want to say, because, we live in this free country, but you can't say what you want to say. But anyhow, they said you should already be preparing. You should have sandbags to put in front of your basement windows, which I would feel better if I had that, but can't afford it because can't afford food. Also to have plastic on your windows, which in my first marriage, like before winter, before fall, around fall, beginning of fall or then to summer, we would put plastic on our windows to keep the house warmer. And then you have insulation strips and all that. That's something that the prepper person said you should be doing. Anything to keep out this thing that's going to happen. I don't have money to get all that, so of course that worries me more. So where you live, do you, as a rule, plastic up your windows, and any air leaks you put with this, I don't know what it's called right now. It has escaped me. But anyhow, do you do that, on the regular every year before, snow flies or winter if you don't have snow? I really wish I could get those sandbags, and I mean, I could already put them up to the windows now because it doesn't really matter. It's not like the windows in the basement open up. I would just feel better, so I'm getting more on edge, more worried, and I'm not in good health, nor is my son, and now we got to think about this. I mean, I've always had this in the back of my mind because, you know, like I said, my family had to go through this. They were lucky enough to get out and get away. And then they were also talking about on some other channels, I don't remember if it was this one, how, I don't know, it's written somewhere or said, or some smart, brilliant scientist, I don't think it was a scientist, some, I don't know, philosopher, I don't know who it was, said that something's going to happen where, I forgot what the percentage of the population is going to not be around anymore. And not in the normal way where people age and get old and all that. In a different way. They didn't really say the way because probably can't say it. Because there's not enough crops, there's not enough food to feed the world, on and on and on. But yet people are having babies during this time. I'm not judging, but let me tell you, if I was in the age of having kids, I sure as heck would not be having a kid during this time when it's such times that we don't know what's going on. And as you know, I have 8 children, so I love children, but there would be no way. If I only had one kid, that's all that would happen, because I would never, ever bring a child into the world, this world we live in. And I'm not judging anyone who is. I personally think that's dumb. That is selfish. That is cruel. I don't understand it, but that's just my opinion. And I don't judge anyone if you are. Go to it. Have a million kids, whatever. But are any of you worried about this, or are you, I don't mean it in a bad way, your head in the sand? I know a lot of you are prepping, which is good. I wish I could prep more. I wish I could get, well, I don't have really any preps. I'm just lucky to have food. I'd like to taste some meat some way, but, you know, it's so much money. Just chicken, you know. I have this recipe, I got a new recipe I found for chicken soup I want to make so bad. It's a different way than I make it. And this chicken stew, but the prices are too high. And Polly should be having some meat. But, you know, the monster there, God forbid, to give us some extra money so his child can have meat. He doesn't care if he eats. He doesn't care as long as his big fat stomach is fed. He's just getting wider and wider and eating all his sweets, donuts, Pop-Tarts, Cheez-Its, whatever, all kinds of junk, you know. Something that teenagers should have. And even me, I don't know what kind of junk I could eat because there's nothing, I'm, you know, putting junk in a musher crusher, which I'm going to be getting a blender one way or another. I keep looking. I even looked at that Amazon Days or whatever. There was nothing cheap because I look at stuff. They mark it up and then they pretend they marked it down, because I was looking at Polly needs syringes again, unfortunately, and there are a lot. So I looked during those days and they marked them up, and the sale price is even more than it is regular. That's ridiculous. Because I thought maybe I could get a deal and get a few packs, so I didn't get any. But I need to get them syringes because we're very low. But anyhow, so have you seen any of these signs, billboards, whatever they're called? Are you worried at all about this, or do you just think it's not going to happen, or do you have a lot of faith in God or whoever you believe in? I mean, I have faith, but, you know, a lot of things that are happening are not, God is not making this happen. This is, God put us here with free will, and mankind has screwed up big time. So let me know any of the things I talked about, like, you know, what is being sent from our country to another country, whereas I think money should be sent to homes so people can afford to eat, so we can have some chicken. I think it's ridiculous. But anyhow, so I'll be working on those videos to, you know, just let you know the prices and put down how much difference it is, and it's probably going to make me sick to my stomach when I see it. And then, you know, what I paid, say, a year ago, whatever, however far back it goes. And if I ever get to go to the store, I'm going to duplicate an order of what I do through Insta Ripoff at the store and see what the difference is. But you will see, hopefully, unless I save it for another day, the video that I made earlier. It's very short. And my shorts don't go to shorts for some reason. I wanted to do some shorts, and they're just staying here. Watch this one go to shorts. But anyhow, and as I was doing that video, well, you'll see I saw a surprise outside. No, it wasn't a pile of money. But anyhow, what I said in the video, I did not realize today's Friday. I thought all day was Thursday. So, to Margaret, I am very sorry. I know you're so excited and you go out of your way, and I'm so very thankful, both of us are, for the care packages you have been sending us. And I had even told Polly, I said, I don't know, a few days ago, I said, we got to make sure we go Friday. And all day, I thought it was Thursday. And as I'm doing the short video, I realized that it was Friday, and Friday was gone now. So, at some point, I don't know, on the weekend, it's harder for me to get out. So, I don't know. Polly was just telling me the weather, so I don't know if Monday it's going to be, well, it's going to be cool at least, so that's good. So I'm so very sorry I didn't get there. I even had it on my phone, but I didn't have, I don't even know if I have a setting on this phone, and if it even works, like to set a reminder. Yeah, there is, but it doesn't work. Anyhow, my phone's all, it's never been right since day one, because it's, like I said, the monster ended up getting it for me, and it was never right. It's a used phone. But anyhow, so I don't know. I don't know what happened to Thursday, where it went. I can't say I slept through it, because sleeping is not something I do. I don't know. Did we go somewhere? I don't know. I truly don't know. But Thursday just, I thought it was today, so I don't know what happened to Thursday. But anyhow, this is getting long enough. I don't want to bore you. But if you can answer these questions, it would really, I don't know, just let me know if I'm the only one that's worrying about this stuff, and is it because what happened to my family, or, I don't know, I am a realist, and I know things can happen, and that's about it. So anyhow, be looking forward to those videos about prices. I am interested to see, even though I'm probably not going to like what I see, but it'll be interesting to see how much they've gone up. So for now, don't forget to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, I mean, you don't have to, but it'd be nice if you did. So if you're watching the videos anyhow, you subscribe, you help us. It helps the algorithm, which means that YouTube puts out our videos more for more people to see, and then we can grow our channel, because let's face it, YouTube is the only way I can make any kind of income. There's no other way. I mean, with my condition, my health condition, there's no way I can, I mean, if I can't even walk a little back and forth in front of my house, there's no way I can get a job, and then I'd have to hire a nurse for Polly, because of his, you know, his heart problem. He can't be left alone, which, I mean, he can be left alone. I've left him alone prior to us being told about this, because, you know, he's old enough. And even though he's disabled, he's not disabled that bad that, you know, I can't leave him alone for a little bit. I mean, even with the seizures, I never left him alone a lot, you know, not like run to the drugstore or something, but now he can't be left alone. So, like I say, if you can, you know, subscribe, and just hit the like button. If you hit the like button, just say hi, something. It really helps. It pushes our videos up higher, and then people see it. But, you know, I can just ask you to do it. I can't make you do it, but I wish you would. So anyhow, be kind to people. You don't know what they're going through. Be kind to yourself. Do something nice. And it sounds like all of you are doing something nice. And I am worried about people I haven't heard of from. And I wasn't going to call out names, but I'm going to call out Melissa. I'm really worried. I haven't heard from you in a long, long time. So if you can just check in. We haven't exchanged emails. If we did, you could have, you know, messaged me there. But if you could just come on and say how you're doing, because I worry about you. And anyone else, you know, who, we used to have a lot of commenters. I don't know why people are not commenting, but, you know, maybe you're in a state of fear and you're not. I don't know. I'm just talking around in circles now. But anyhow, most importantly, stay safe. thanks for stopping by, and if you comment, thank you. Thank you to Margaret, who's always commenting for me. I really appreciate it, and it just really helps. Like I say, it helps, and help is what we need, and money is what I need to make, and this is my only way to make it. So, like I said, if I had a computer, I would be able to do things to make money, but it's not what I have. That would have been a nice surprise to find in front, but you'll see what I found. So I'll either put it as an extra video, or it will be tomorrow, which apparently is Saturday because now I found out today's Friday. If not, I'll put it in another day, but I think I'll just put it as a bonus video. So thanks for stopping by, and see you again. Bye.